And alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the self-developed YouTube channel. You beautiful people, come on now, comment below, where you from? What time is it? And hashtag self-developed army. You guys know the intro, let's get it going. Catching beautiful golden hour. The sun probably has another 20 minutes, I'm gonna say, left in the sky. So yeah, so beautiful guys. I wish you could see the view that I'm looking at. I mean, it's not too crazy. It's not like I'm in Alberta with like tons of mountains, but it's dope, bro. I see a ton of trees. I face west, so I'm usually able to catch golden hour, and it's honestly just a vibe. Anyways, guys, with that said, yes, back with the red shirt. Haven't worn this in a minute. Trying to spice up my feet a little bit. Every video I either wear white or black, and I'm like, come on, man. So last video I wore blue. This video I wore red. We spicing things up. Anyways, guys, with that said, in today's video, I titled it, or believe I titled it, Why Men, Particularly You, Keep Failing with Women. Now look, guys, I've made this mistake. Every single man does. And every other red pill YouTube channel, like, no one speaks of this. It's funny, they all promote very superficial, shallow things that may attract a woman temporarily. Number one, though, it's not going to be the right woman for you. So, like, right then and there, that's wrong, that's bad. I want nothing to do with that. But let's just say you do get this girl temporarily through witchcraft and manipulation of, you know, trying to say certain things and do certain things, which I've done, guys. I've been there in the past. I'm telling you, okay? Everything I'm saying, I've done from experience. Number one, these are not the type of women you want. But again, let's just say you do get them. So what? So what? That's like you buying a dog without doing any research on how to take care of the dog. Like, anyone can buy a dog. I can go to a dog shelter and get a dog, but like, then what? What are you gonna do? Let's say your building can't even take dogs. Let's say you can't even afford dog food. You can't afford all the shots or the vet expenses that it needs. What are you gonna do? The dog dies. The relationship dies. You understand? And this is what no other red pill YouTuber seems to talk about. Why? Well, because that actually takes work and real skill and knowledge and wisdom, which a lot of these guys don't have. So they kind of just like sell you a dog and they're like, learn to take care of it. And you're like, wait, but like what? And they run off. You'll never see them again. But you got your dog. You got your chick, right? So you must be happy. Anyways, guys, so the biggest answer, and again, I've said this so many times, and I'll continue to say this so many times, my channel, in sense, is pretty repetitive, guys. I say the same things. Like, I know what my niche is, what my brand is. I know what self-developed means. It's very simple. It's literally like three things: God, mission, purpose, women, hierarchy, order. And these are like the same 5 words I use over and over, and I'll keep saying it because that's how men learn. That's how you guys learn. I'm going to hit it at different angles. I'm going to speak of different analogies, metaphors, ways in which we can apply this because, number one, it helps me, and two, it helps you guys. Mark my words, like I've said beforehand, guys, our media, mainstream pop culture is teaching you and telling you, YouTube, etc., all one narrative. And that's coming into you thousands, millions of times a day. What makes you think I speak of the same thing, 5, 6, 7 times that's going to have any effect? Right? This is why I do the same thing and I continue to keep my channel niched. It's not because I can't talk about other things, it's because this is what you need to know. Right? So guys, the answer to this, why you keep failing with women, why all men will, and I can sniff out a relationship that will fail within about 30 seconds. This is because the man has no mission. The man has nothing higher than himself. He has nothing greater than himself. He has no adventure that he can take the woman on. Guys, you need to understand this, and again, I'm going to say this 100 times, okay? Your role as a man is to guide your woman to heaven. That is it. And whatever heaven means to you, it can mean a better life. It can mean salvation, raising a family, financial security. It's kind of all of these things. That's it. That's it. Most people get into relationships, most men get into relationships with absolutely nothing to offer. And guys, I'm not even talking just about finances, because don't get me wrong, that can help. Absolutely, that is a huge necessity to taking care of a family. But I view leadership and guidance, especially when leading your relationship, it's all internal. You're building the kingdom within. And I know this because I see so many times these rich men, wealthy men, get just used and obliterated by women, guys. I mean, this is what gold diggers are. You just turn on modern TV. Go turn on Hollywood. You see X amount of men just get completely taken astray, ripped for all their money, divorce case A, B, C, D, and that's a lot of times that's their fault, man, because they lacked the internal character within. This is our job as men, is to build our frame and then to guide our woman to heaven. That's it. And guess what? You want to know what the sad news is, Jimmy? Most women aren't going to fuck with you. This is why I said at the very beginning of the video, guys, you know, yeah, I can use these quick pick up lines and tactics as well, but who's to say that's the woman I want? It's not. Of course it's not. That's carnal. That's very of the flesh. There's nothing masculine of that. That's kind of like going to the grocery store, ignoring all your responsibilities of buying chicken, rice, vegetables, and just buying cookies. That takes no virtue. Anyone can do that. Do you understand? I can do that in the flip of a dime, but actually spending money to get the wholesome foods, to maybe go to certain grocery stores and to look for these things that, yes, take a bit more time. They're definitely more expensive. You have to cook them. You have to prep them. You have to freeze them. You have to make sure you eat it. It doesn't taste as good. That's virtuous, because why? That's not of this realm. It's of the next. That's what men do. That's what masculinity does. So what we do, because look, I'm single just like you guys are, is we build our connection with God, we build our kingdom, we build our frame, we build our mission, we build the internal traits and characteristics within. So if and when a woman comes, which by the way, here's another little hint for you guys, you may never get a woman. That's the next thing you have to accept. I have no clue when or if my next girlfriend/wife will come. I don't know what's in God's plans, and that's something you're gonna have to accept too. I know it's not what a lot of guys want to hear. They would rather just kind of like view women like a vending machine and say, you know, I want this type of girl with this ABCD right now, boom. And look, with modern dating apps, you can get that. But again, is that the woman for you? No, absolutely not. That's not something we have to debate. So what do? Well, we continue to build up our internal vending machine. I like this. Yes, we build up our internal game, right? We know what snacks we have in here. We know what drinks we have in here. We're building up our resources. And eventually what will happen is how it's supposed to happen, is a woman, a high-quality woman who chooses your vending machine based on your snacks, your preferences, your pricing, whatever it is, she fucks with you, right? These are known as choosing signals, guys. I know a lot of people question this, and they're like, well, David, that's not true. You know, men are hunters and gatherers, so they have to go, you know, approach and pursue and hunt women. I understand that logic. That does make sense, right? Men pursue things. We do pursue things, guys. But relationships, believe it or not, this has been statistically proven, are the other way around. Women pursue men. And the reason for that is because of hierarchy, because of totem pole, because if I put man and woman into the wild, when shit hits the fan, I'm not talking about luxury and being all cushy and comforty. No. When shit hits the fan, who's going to look for who? I'll promise you this, a woman's going to look for a man. Why? Because what can a woman offer when shit hits the fan to a man? Nothing. Virtually nothing, because that's in a man's domain. You know, if I'm in the wild looking for food and resources and I see like a woman running by, I don't know, just like in the distance, what inclination do I need to go get her if I'm focused on just survival? Right? Now you could say, oh, you know, to procreate, etc., etc. Okay, I understand that. That is true. But I'm talking when shit hits the fan, when we're in nuclear attack. You offer me nothing. Women, on the other hand, know subconsciously, deep down, well, you know what? This man is taller, he's stronger, he's faster, he can think more logically. This guy can probably protect me. I'll have a higher chance at survival if I go to this guy. These are known as choosing signals. This is why women have 3 times more area in their brain to pick up on subliminal body language. Why do you think this is? Because women need to vet and find a good, righteous man, not the other way around. A lot of men are dumb. I'm just being honest. Men don't know what to look for in a good woman. They just don't. Right? Because women are a luxury to men. Women are what happen when a man has secured his base first. Once a man has secured his base first, this is known as Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Once he's secured security, food, water, shelter, then women come. Then a man is viable to be open to look for a woman. But for a woman, it is completely the opposite way. That is one of her first things she looks for. Do you understand? It's completely flipped. This is known as hierarchy. So I said it goes God, man, woman, child. The only thing a man needs to look up for in times of, or the only person or thing that is beautiful that a man looks up to in times of dire need is God. Because God is above him. Why would a man look below him? Like if a man's starving, why would I go to a kid and be like, what's up, kid? You're going to protect me? It doesn't work like that. It just does not work like that. When men are suffering, they go to God. They say, God, can you help me? God, can you provide for me? And this is why God created Adam first. There are reasons for this, guys. I can speak about this biblically, psychologically, biologically, in a very practical layman term. Men are the prize. And I don't mean that in like women are. No, we're both prizes in different ways, but there is a hierarchy in which one pursues. Now look, the reason I tell you this, because David, why does that matter? Is because men, modern men, have this completely flipped. And I know this because we live in such cushy times. Men are useless. Men aren't building anything. Men have no fire under their ass. Men have completely obliterated the idea of religion and God, so by default they've replaced that, right? All men have gods. Your God may just be women. You've taken something out of the hierarchy below you in terms of responsibility and put that above you. And this is not natural law. This is why women know it feels wrong. Men know it feels wrong, but we're just all simps. Children know this is wrong, right? Guys, there's so many statistics with this. When a child has a mother and a father and they split, right? The father leaves. I mean, that completely screws over the child. But then when the mother, let's say, divorces and remarries with a new guy and vice versa, the child knows this is wrong. This is not natural law. This is not my father. When can I see dad? It's just... if you guys have stepfathers or stepmothers, you know this. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It just feels off. And you could say, well, David, it's because it's not your real dad. No, it's because the order and the hierarchy is now thrown off. This is why. Children know this stuff. They're very in tune with this. And when there is proper order and hierarchy, children, I should say, flourish. Children do very well when there's order and hierarchy. Very well, especially boys. They need this. They need this, guys. Lately, I've been reading Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, and he speaks about order and chaos. You know, the yin to the yang. This is all common sense, guys. Men need a level of order, because when we don't, we live in a very chaotic world right now, a very gynocentric world, which is lacking order. Children do horrible. And we know this through just the rise of, you know, so many things. I don't have to list just one, but degeneracy in its purest form. So guys, this is what I'm saying. This is why I've come to Christ. I've come to religion. I favor Christianity. Again, do you guys need to be Christian? No. If you want, you can be a Muslim. If you're born in different parts of the world, I completely understand that. I really couldn't care what religion you partake in. I would just recommend that it follows patriarchy and order and hierarchy, which a lot of Abrahamic, in fact, all Abrahamic religions, from what I know, they do. So the more I come into religion, or the more I practice it, I'm using it as a tool, guys. When I follow religion, it orders things back again in my life. It's kind of like if your house is broken, right, in shambles. Following religion or anything of order, what it does is just smacks it all together again. It's like a Lego block. You're a kid, and you have like the little, you know, like the little letter blocks, right, and they're just smashed over. When you follow religion again, it just rebuilds itself back in how it's supposed to. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Because right now we're like G, Z, L, B, G, T, Q, I, A+. You get what I'm saying? There's a reason it sounds like a mess, because it's not in order. Anyways, guys, that is it. I'm getting... I can only make 2 videos at a time. You guys know I batch my videos. Maybe you don't know that, so I filmed one before this. And by the second video, just because of the truth I speak, the conviction I have, I get tired. You guys can see it in my eyes. So that is that. The reason you are struggling with women is because you have no order in your life. There's no hierarchy. How can you lead a woman to heaven if you can't even lead yourself? How can you lead someone if you have no one leading you? It really is what I meant to say. When I tell you guys to follow mission and purpose, that's so you have something above you. If a man has nothing or no one above him, then he's useless. You can't lead. You, by default, cannot lead individuals if you have no one leading you. You can't. You don't know what lead... Right? Like, how do you know what leading looks like if you have no one leading you? You could say, oh, David, you know, just figure it out. No, there's always someone above you. It's just in our society, we demonize leadership. We demonize patriarchy, or men with leadership qualities. We think that's somehow oppressive, which 99.9 out of 10 times, it's not oppressive at all. It's the most generative thing we have, you know, the most entitled individuals. Anyways, man, I'm done. I can only speak for so long, this political, you know, corrective stuff, because... it's controversial stuff, guys, and not a lot of individuals know this. They don't speak of this, and this is definitely why my channel is, you know, tanked in views, because I think a lot of you guys are just people don't want to know the truth. You guys, you know, would rather go watch porn or just degenerate YouTubers that speak of, you know, cheating on your wife or whatever you guys find addictive. And I know this because I see what videos pop up. I see what videos you guys watch. Not you guys anymore. In fact, I take that back. A lot of you guys are watching more righteous things, but 80% of my viewers have completely run. They've just dipped, and they're all going to hell. That's the reality. I'm not saying that's because I'm more holier than thou or anything like that. No, but it's because I'm speaking of real things, guys. You know, it's so easy. It's so carnal for everyone to just be addicted to the news, to things that are so temporary and fleshy. You know, fuck off. With all due respect, I don't want you here as part of Self-Developed Army in the first place. So that is that, guys. Thank you all for watching. I love and appreciate all of you guys. This is said with love. We are a tribe. Let's keep moving forwards, build the kingdom with God, go viral, and just leave our legacy. That's all we can do. So that is it. I love you guys. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I'll finish it here with the final plugs. If you guys are interested and would like to work with me on a personal level, you guys know the flex. One-on-one coaching spots are open. Come join the team, guys. As you know, for this entire month of August, all services are 40% off, guys, just this month. So if you've ever been on the fence and you've wanted to work with me on a personal level, 40% off one-on-one coaching. The next rung down, which is, yes, even cheaper, guys, group coaching or the workshop, that is also 40% off. Guys, prices have never been this cheap. So if you are genuinely part of Self-Developed Army and you want to work with me, this sale is for you guys. Getting on at least another 10 to 12 guys before we hit the next wave, the next pop, and prices then will go back to normal. So use this sale, guys, while it's here. And finally, we have our course, the cheapest out of the three, guys. That's always been a very good price. Passive online, over 3 hours long, completely teaching you everything you need to as a man: fitness, nutrition, intermittent fasting, no fat, meditation, cold showers, increasing masculinity, finding your passions, turning it into a business, and improving the relationships around you. You guys can download the free version of it below before getting the full one, and I'll finish it there, guys. You can support Edge. Come on, coupon code Hammond. Like I said, wearing that red shirt, which I rarely wear because personally I don't really like colorful shirts or things, but you know, whatever. Bring a little bit of brightness to the feed, and that is that, guys. I love you all. Thank you so much. This is said with love. If you resonate with this, then I would argue that we're on the right path, not because we're better than anyone, but because the majority of people just live for the world. We don't, man. We're of the next world, because that's what masculinity is. So thank you. Have an amazing day. I love you all. Till then, use that sale. Check your next video. With that, much love. Peace.